Hello, mi gente. I'm here with my family, Toccara, and we're taking an opportunity through her eyes to talk about her journey with the type of cancer that she's going through. But before we get started on all that, Toccara, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Hi, my name is Toccara. I'm 40. I'll be 41 in 2 days. I'm married. Been married for about 17 years. We have 6 kids together. Born and raised here in Lorraine. I know Lydia forever, so I'm excited to just share my story with you all.
And the way we would like to do this is through Tocara's eyes. Get informed, because many of us, especially in our minority community, we tend to, not speak a lot about the C word, and being that we're in a time that we're touched by cancer. Now it's not that you hear a co-worker, sister-in-law's cousin has it. Now we're hearing a brother, a sister, a friend. Now it's touching closer to home. So, Toccara, what's the type of cancer that you're journeying through now that you're fighting?
So what I have is esophageal cancer, systemic, meaning it's growing. So that's what I'm battling. Stage 3.
Now, Toccara, how did what caused you? What did you feel in your body that made you go and get checked, or was it in a physical through a blood work that you got?
So I've always ate spicy food, So it was just, I assumed that my heartburn had just got worse. It was like levels of heartburn. It was like heartburn, and you have your acid reflux, and then you have like GERD. So I was like, okay, I need to make an appointment with my GI doctor. And the first GI doctor I went to, he just put me on some medicine, like a Prilosec or something like that.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, that worked. Don't get me wrong, it was good. So for like a month or so, I noticed that it started getting worse. However, I did not stop eating the red sauces they recommended. I didn't, I can admit that. So I was still eating the way I wanted to eat. And fast forward, I was coughing, and it was like I was choking on something. So I went back to my GI doctor, and he was like, okay, let's do some type of test, or let's just change your, no, he said, let's just change your medicine. So he changed my medicine, and you get that feeling like, okay, they rushing you to get, we're just gonna put you on this, and then that's that. So I was like, okay. So I remember I made an appointment with my physical doctor, my primary doctor, I'm sorry, and she recommended somebody else.
So you went for a second opinion because you weren't comfortable with.
Correct, with the first. I was comfortable with the decision making as far as him giving me the meds. I wasn't comfortable with him.
Okay.
As a person.
Okay.
So then I went on and had this lady whom I see now. And I was just in her office, and we were talking. I'm just coughing, and next thing you know, blood shoots out my mouth.
Whoa.
So right then and there, they had ordered an emergency type of surgery.
Wow.
And they had discovered that at first they was going to just treat it as GERD, where they changed your whole lifestyle of eating and putting you on this other medication. And then that's when they did another scoping and found out there was a little bit more to what was going on. And at that time, it was stage 2 esophageal cancer.
Now, what year was this?
This was just, also, it's going to be 2 years.
2 years.
It's going to be 2 years in June.
Wow. How did you feel? What went through your head when you got
the news?
Yes.
Death.
So all kinds of
negative thoughts. There was nothing positive in that word at the moment. There was nothing positive, nothing great. Depression kicked in, hurt, the whys. Um, all kind of thoughts within those few minutes. Quick. So,
Wow, that is hard.
yeah, when you hear it, it's like me, like I'm a superhero or something. Like I
Yes,
can't catch this.
yes.
Like no, me. It's like yeah,
Mm.
yeah, motherfucker, you.
I hear this with someone else, but
Right,
now
but
you're
not
telling me.
So,
Wow. And how did your husband
oh,
take the news?
I can't. Okay, so he's so. I don't like the word emotionless, but he definitely doesn't show it. So when he heard it, he was like, okay, so what we gonna do? Like, because you're not just gonna say, oh, she has it. We're not gonna fix this like right now. Like we are gonna put some Robitussin. We're gonna put some Band-Aids.
Some duct tape.
We're gonna
get
whatever
this.
we gotta do like today.
Mm-hmm.
There is no playing with this right now. So he was I can't say he was sad, and I don't know if he was hurt. I just can say he was a go-getter. Like, okay, I heard what you said. Now how we gonna get it done? Like, you're not gonna put a Band-Aid on her. You're not going to just say, okay, you're good. No, you're gonna cure her. And later on, I'll say about a week, that's when I seen a few tears fall from him. I'm like, hey, we got this. So, and then after that, he just like kind of sucked it back up and was like, yeah, we do. So that's fine.
So you guys have been supporting each other where you
when I was down, he brought me back up. You know, he was not the type of person to just see me cry all the time or, okay, go cry in the bathroom. What, you done? Okay, now come on. Let's get to work. So, yeah, for sure. Definitely a right-hand man.
Great to have that support, that partner that's there for you. And your children, because that had to be.
Okay, so we really didn't tell our kids at the beginning. I didn't want them to have that on their mind. Like, they knew something was wrong with mommy, but they just didn't know what. So eventually we told the older three. The younger two are younger, so we're not going to do that. So the older three we told, and they were hurt. They were definitely hurt, but I had to reassure them that I'm going to fight. I'm not the type of person to give up on anything. So don't get me wrong, I have my moments, where you don't want to fight, and you have to pick yourself back up. And those kids, my kids have saved me from me. So with that being said, they're my purpose for everything. They say kids need their parents. No doubt. But the parents need their children. And I know for a fact I need mine. They literally saved me from me.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Beautiful. And fighting, that spirit of fighting, I could imagine that it helps so much. Like you say, there's your moments, because you're going to have those moments. Correct. But that fight keeps you going and keeps you wanting to, show this, what, my pronunciation, what's the cancer's name again? Esophageal cancer. Showing who Toccara is. Right. And she's not going to give up.
Absolutely not. Right.
So what is the treatments that you're doing now?
Oh girl, where do we start with that? Shoot, I was on, first we did holistic. Okay. And I wish I can go back to that. I'm not gonna lie about it. That was probably the best. Chemo, radiation. Oh, my neck was burnt. I have pictures where my neck was so burned that it was disgusting. Lots of vitamins, lots of different type of pills. Oh my God, steroids galore. So where am I at right now at this moment? We doing infusions, and so that's where we're gonna stick at right now. I still have to get some more surgeries. I do take lots of vitamins still, and I still get oh my god, it's a long word. Pretty much it's like chemo in a pill form.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
And how often do you have to do these infusions? How often?
I do the infusions twice now a month. It was a lot more than that, but right now we're at twice a month, and they work. You know, they give you that burst of energy that you know, for about a good week for me. So yeah.
So the infusion are to give you.
The fusions is to give you some type of energy, you know, to keep you going.
Okay.
Because you definitely feel like you don't want to get out that bed. You don't want to move. You don't want to do nothing but rest. And that does give you a little more energy to get up and, you know, be active instead of being in the bed or couch or whatever.
Now, we've heard that you have your husband support, you have your kids that keep you going. How about your faith?
My faith was down in the beginning. Like, my faith was not there at all. But now, and now I know that there is a God. And I knew that. You know, I knew that. I just think that now I just know more. I know who, I know where, I know how my help comes, whom it comes from. You know, like when there's nobody, there's always that spirit that takes over me that lets me know, I haven't left you. You left me, but I haven't left you. So whenever you're ready to come back, I'm here. And so I was like, yeah, it's sad to say that it took me this to get to where I needed to be at with him.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep. Now, Toccara, what advice, if there's any advice you could give someone right now, knowing what you're going through and everything, what advice would you give them, you know, when they're feeling that something's up, or how they feel about going to a doctor's? Because like I said before, minorities are so...
We're so bad at going to a doctor.
Yes.
We really are. Yeah. We really have been to the point where, you know, we just put a Band-Aid on these cover-ups. And it's not good. So the advice that I can give you, if there's anything wrong, get help. There's nothing wrong with help. Nothing at all. Just get the help that you need. There's nothing wrong with that. Open up to whoever makes you feel comfortable. You know, doctor-wise, nurse, PAs, whatever. You know, we have to stop living in that fear. We have to stop living like we some superheroes. We are in our own unique way, but you keep on eating the way you eating and have some chest pains, you can't go hit it up with some Robitussin. You have to go get some help. You know, so the best advice I can give to anybody is once you feel anything, go get the help.
And even preventive, you know, like do preventive, do physicals, and
of course.
And I'm mentioning this because we're so bad. I'm one, you know, that just, you know, recently, as of 3 years, have started doing my annual physicals because before you couldn't get me to a doctor.
Understanding.
You know,
right?
So, but yeah, preventive care and getting your annual checkups.
Correct.
So, is there anything else you would like to, you know, share or?
You know, I want to say thank you. You know, it's not just my immediate family. You know, my sister, that's my diehard right there. That, You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can't give her and her family credit enough. Thank you to the ones who reached out. Thank you to the ones who wanted me dead. Thank you to the ones who thought that, oh, you know, I can't believe it. Oh no, she's lying. I thank everybody who doubted me, who was there for me. Why? I still found something in the negative just as well as I found in the positive.
Mm.
The negatives, that's what I like the most. Bring me that hate because I'm going to step on y'all necks. I'm telling you, I'm going to use you as my stepping stool.
Wow.
So I appreciate all that hate. Why not? I embrace it just as well as I embrace the positive. So with that being said, I thank everybody who has been in my corner both ways.
And there you have it, through Toccara's eyes. Till next